Hi and welcome. This is Made of Yarn podcast. I am Lotte and I'm recording from Sweden. So welcome to my home. Will be both about knitting and some crochet also. You are so welcome and welcome new ones. This is actually 1 year now. I started to record July last year. So now I'm beginning towards the second year. So thank you all who have been here and patiently watching me. Today I will talk about what I have been knitting on, what am knitting on. I will talk a little bit more of the result. Last time I talked about solar dyeing and I showed some jars with different yarns and different ingredients inside. So I will show you the result for this. And I have a new jar also now going on. I can start as most people do. What am I wearing? Can you see? This is quite a low. Oh, sorry. I have the Ranunculus. I started it last year actually, but it's in linen, in a Swedish yarn, Järbo lin. I started last year, but I didn't finish it when the autumn came. So it has been resting until this year, and I can surely say I love it. It's so lovely to wear linen, but it was kind of hard on the hands, the wrists, but it was worth it. In European, in millimeter, it's 6 millimeter needles. Is that? I don't know what the measurements are in US, but it's larger. So I made that one, and in the back you can see a dress. This is let's see, it's a super simple summer sweater by Johi Locatelli, but I made it as a dress, as you can see. And I actually worn it once already, even though it's summer, but we had for some days really cold. Oh, sorry. And it was so comfy to have it inside. So it will be, I will have lots of use of this one when the autumn comes. I have to think. I have some knitting inside that I didn't bring out, but I will talk about what I'm knitting on also. I can take that first. I'm not sure if I said that in the English episode, last episode. I am in a kind of knitting, a caul. We were knitting together with it's a Norwegian designer, Kristin Viola Ödegård. She has every year, for some years now, mystery knit along kind of. We know it's you buy the pattern, but you don't know how it will look. So you buy the pattern, and then after a while we get different parts on a Facebook group she has. We knew we should have 9 different colors, and she had some, and the words are lost. She had some suggestions how colors could be good together. Sorry, I just recorded in Swedish, so I'm a little bit tired in my head. Anyhow, I love it. it's color work all over, and oh, I'm stuck in some other knits here. Oh no! I had to ask because you have these parts. I'm sorry, I have a sock knit inside here also now. I can. I hope you can see. We have every part here is for one. We have about 3 days to make one of the parts, and then you got another, not clue but chart to knit on. And you can see here it's stripes. It's not what the pattern says. I asked if it was okay to do that on the sleeves, because I started, but I get really ache in my wrists. For those who don't know, I have a problem with ache anyway. But it should be like this part, but the opposite. So it's the in the background it should be the rost part. But I asked if it was okay to perhaps make stripes, and she said it could be fun. So I'm making stripes, and I don't know if the body also will be in stripes. We'll see. I made some. It looks huge here now, but I'm glad for that because I have huge upper arms, and it's no muscles there. I forgot what I should say. I made about this so much with this color work, but I had to rip it up. And it's interesting how colors you usually shouldn't have match these colors, but somehow it looks good. I can't wait until it's finished. They told me also in this group that some are making the sleeves just in one color also, because they said it's a summer cardigan, so they don't want it to be, when you're knitting it with color works, it gets double, so they don't want the cardigan to be so thick and too warm. So this I'm so sorry. The cardigan hasn't any name yet, but I think when we have all charts, the name will come also. So I can show it on Instagram later on with an hashtag on. We have one. It's a mess here. I have different other knits inside here. It's getting worse. We have one. Perfect. A designer here in Sweden. She's called Pillerstickan in English. No, in Swedish. Sorry. Josefin Åkerström. She has designed much mittens, but now she started also on sweaters and cardigans. So this will be a very nice basic sweater. You see the color. The sweater is called Spring Fling sweater, and it's a broken rib in the raglan that goes down also under the arms from both sides and then it goes down all the way down. The original sweater is a more cropped sweater and shorter sleeves, but I will make this one longer, or both longer in the body and in the sleeves. And I'm knitting with, I thought I had it here. It's Rauma fin ull. Nej, I didn't bring it. The number, I sorry. But it's like a darker, kind of, in my head, coral red. I don't know if it's a correct word. I wanted some more colors in my life for the moment. I have so much beige. And I didn't want just red. So I like this one, really, I do. And it's nice with just stockinette stitch when you have ache in the hands after colorworks. And inside I have tested for Hohi Locatelli. It's a cabled cardigan. I haven't done that much. I wrote to her and said I'm sorry to say that I couldn't finish in time. The first plan was to make it finish it now in July, but she said a couple of months more. She will wait before she will release it, the pattern. So perhaps I can finish that one also. I forgot to show this one last episode. This was not a test knit, it was more a check. The pattern was already released in Norwegian. It's Gunnis Englestrikk, but Elo from I forgot again to check. Knitting a Knitter's Soul, something like that, asked on her, she has a YouTube channel, they both have, asked for help because she would help the Norwegian designer to make it the pattern in English, and she wanted some knitters to check the English pattern. So I am so sorry. So I could be one of them who did it. Anyway, I didn't made it as big as the pattern says. I just made a slightly smaller. It's not even a full skein. Skein, yes. It's I think 70-75 grams, something like that. Because I have so much bigger shawls, I wanted a little smaller one. The yarn is from Norway, actually. I visited friends there for perhaps 5 years ago, and I visited Verbit in Oslo. So this bought this. So this is Hillesvåg Sölje. I think it's a lamb's wool. It was lovely to knit with. So I saved this for many years. My plan from the beginning was to make a thinner cardigan, but I haven't done it yet, as you can see. Oi, sorry. So this one was finished also. Well, should we talk about my solar dyeing? I said to my Swedish viewers that it doesn't say so much, we can't read that much about solar dyeing in Sweden. Natural dyeing, yes, when you do it on... Oh, sorry. Battery again. When you do it inside, when you boil it, so to say, but not that much about solar dyeing. So what I did, this is the result from birch. I had it a couple of weeks. I forgot again to bring my notes. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bright, warm yellow. Birch leaves, just the leaves. And this one is the result from lupins. The flowers, just the blue flowers, not any leaves or so. This one got actually quite smelly, so I had to wash it and rinse it all over again. So it sadly lost some of the colors, but I'm happy anyway. Light turquoise, greenish, spearmint colored. I don't really know. I made also one with just the leaves from lupins. And here I don't know if it's almost, in some parts, almost neony yellow. Don't know if you can see it. So one with just the flowers and one with just the leaves. I forgot to take it also here. I talked in Swedish. I made a skymningssjal from Sofia Kapelle some years ago, and one of the stripes was, I think it was the first dye I made, but inside, not solo dyeing, but I made a mix between them, and that was more like limey green, really nice color, and it holds the color really good. It does. So two there, the third. Then I made one jar with tea. All of these yarns are dyed on white wool. So this one was tea. It was both leaves and tea bags. And then I made this one just like this. I just put the whole skein inside. This is red and yellow onion skins. I don't know if you can see. It's like light cinnamon, kind of. And the fun thing was, I tried to, so you can see it's different inside. And that was also kind of my plan, to see how it would turn out. Like that. Oh, sorry. So that was the number 5. Oh. Then I actually made a new one. Not really planned, but I cold brewed coffee for guests we had, and they didn't want to taste it. So I saved it for another skein of yarn. It's bubbling. Ugh, and I can't stand coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't like the smell from it. So it bubbled out. It pours out a little bit. It wasn't the strongest brew, so this will be perhaps like this more pale beige. I've done that quite a lot inside on the stove. But then I brewed strong coffee, so it was dark brown, and then you got a really a brown colored. And coffee and tea has natural tannins inside, so you don't have to have any more than tea in it if you don't like it. I want it, of course. But it's fun. It was so fun. I had to check my notes, sorry. Oh, if you've been here before, for about in a new year, I started to talk about temperature blankets to knit and or to crochet. So I'm knitting one and I'm crocheting one. So I'm back. My son called, so I'm sorry. I was talking about temperature blankets. I'm knitting one and I am crocheting one. I can show you now. It's the half of the year has passed, so I can show you what happened so far. This is the knitted one. I'm not that fond of it. Perhaps when it's done, I like it. So here's January, February, March, and so on. Here it's starting to get warmer and warmer and warmer. So I like this part and I like this part, but not together. But in the end, I don't know how long this will be. We don't have that much summer. But in the end, I guess the other side will be like these colors. I have some colder colors also. For colder weather, I mean. This one was the knitted one, and then I have the crocheted one that I'm making a granny square a month. This one is for January. If you've been here before, I showed it before. But so they're getting different every month, of course, depending on the temperature for the day. This is, I guess, April. Here is May. And here comes June. So in this blanket, I don't have that many different colors. I have 4 for the colder days and 4 colors for the warmer days. But then I have one other color for the border, because I'm making 32 rows, and some days, I mean February 28 days. So there I have had to put in 4 rows extra. Anyway, I haven't decided yet when I am will put it together, what color I will have. Perhaps if I have the same one, I don't know, or this one that I showed you before that I dyed with onion skins. So perhaps I think this will match also in the colors for both the cold and the warm side of the blanket. So perhaps I will see. I showed a short movie in one of my episodes, how I'm crocheting it together in an easy way to make more like a zigzag shape, and it's nice also on the back side. Yeah. I forgot to show you. We have here in Sweden, and I think they also have patterns in English. It's called Nordic Knitting Society, something like that. It's design is from the Nordic countries, and they have one for garments, small sweaters, cardigans, shawls, and so. And then they also have one a side that is just with socks. So I no, it's wrong. This one was not that one. I will show photos here. It's called Dandelion. I forgot because I have the name in this phone. I will put that up, and the designer also. You can check her up also on Ravelry, because this pattern is not yet on Ravelry, just in this Nordic Knitting Society. And I test knitted that one, and it's this month's sock for this. I'm sorry, this sock for the month, yeah. And what I was trying to show you also, I had so much left from the yarn. That's from a Swedish company branch, Järbo Bamboo Raggi, so it's bamboo inside, and I really liked it, and I like the colors, of course. So now I'm just making one toe up with fligel heel. This camel brown kind of is the Finnish yarn, Nordic, Novita Venla. So I'm just making a striped sock. This kind of sock you just have in a little bag in your bag, or your I have one a backpack when I go outside. So if I have to sit and wait for someone, I will knit. So I don't think I have something more to show you, actually. I said last time sorry, that we will make more travel around in our area here, me and my husband. So I will show you something more about the beautiful areas here where we live. Sweden is so beautiful in summer, and also show you some knitting related, yarn related places, but then that will be later on. Thank you for patience with me. Sometimes I have my head aren't really with me, so I can get the right words. Well, English isn't my mother tongue, but I hope you understand it anyway. And I hope you enjoyed being here. So I'm so happy that you visited me, that you took your time to come here to me a little while, and I hope you will come back. And thank you for you who are the subscribers, and please, if you don't, and you are so welcome to subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you like. I'm so glad for that. I wish you a good rest of the summer. You have a nice time during this summer with lots of knitting or handcrafts somehow, what you are doing. See you. Bye.